Everybody has a dream, right? What's your dream? Go to Australia?
Again.
A lot of us have dreams. Some of us have many dreams. But the thing is that not all of us take the time to actually define our dreams. And if our dreams aren't defined, then we can't actually go after them. So tonight I want to share with you my dream. My intention is to become a Distinguished Toastmaster, or a DTM. It is the highest rank that you can obtain in the Toastmasters program. And it's a lot of work. For those of you that don't know the education system, there's two sides, the leadership track and the communication track. And basically you have to accomplish the Advanced Communicator Gold, which is at least 40 manual speeches, plus some educational speeches, and the Advanced Leadership Silver, which is lots and lots of leadership products which teach you the skills to become a better leader until you get to the big leadership project at the end. So how do we get to DTM? Basically, if you want to get somewhere, you have to know where you are first. So in my analysis, I discovered where I was in the Toastmasters program and how far I had to go to get to DTM. And you know what I learned? I was only 3 steps away. So all I had to do was to get my Advanced Communicator Gold was 5 speech projects. I needed to coach a club, and I needed to do this HighPerformance Leadership project. So last year, I made the goal of doing the Advanced Communicator Gold, and I'd like to say that as of June, I achieved that. Thank you. Step 2 was to accomplish the coaching, so I joined the Midland team. They have a club called Echoes of the Bay, and they were about to close. They had 8 members on the books, but really only 4 people were going to their meetings. Yeah, it was really bad. So I went in there and scooped them up and did my best, and I've been working with them for a whole year. They've done so much better. And number 3, I did this one for Paul, HighPerformance Leadership. What is high performance? It's doing something really well and really quickly. So in skydiving, you might start tandem, right? You're strapped to somebody, then you go by yourself, and then all of a sudden, you're doing circles in the sky, and that's high performance. Technical jargon. So once I knew what I was going to do, I had to do this high-performance leadership program. I needed to know what I was going to do for it. So I had all these ideas. I wanted to do an event, but I didn't want to do the typical Toastmasters event that everybody did. Most people are encouraged to organize a speech contest or be a part of the conference to get their high-performance leadership. But I found so many people were actually doing the projects and not actually getting the credit for it. So I saw that there was a little bit of a gap there, and I wanted to bridge that gap. So I had lots of ideas, but I couldn't pin it down to one thing. So I called a friend, Andrew Shuttleworth from Aurelia Toastmasters, and I asked him for his input. And I said, I have all these ideas, Andrew. I want to create an event, and I want it to be entertaining, and I want Toastmasters to come together from different clubs or different areas, or even non-Toastmasters, like bring your spouse or your best friend or your mother if that's who inspires you, and let's just all get together and bridge those gaps that we have in Toastmasters where we're all segregated into our little clubs and we don't have the opportunity to socialize. And he said, why? And the answer was simple for me. I just wanted to build bridges. I wanted to build bridges where there were none. And he said, okay. And he teamed up with me. Andrew loved the idea. He also has to do his HPL project. And he said, the best thing to do is to collaborate. Let's build the bridge right now. You're in the Barrie Toastmasters Club. I'm in the Aurelia Toastmasters Club. Let's help each other accomplish our goals and do it together, and maybe we'll even have some fun. So that's what we decided to do. We decided that we would create an event that had comedy and music. So laughter and dancing were our passions, and we wanted to put both of those things together to create this unique and powerful event that would appeal to a broader spectrum of people. Luckily, his wife is the founding member of an improv group, and my husband is a member of a cover band. So we took our associations and we brought them together and created Musi, an event that will be held at the Mady Theater this December 8th. Ticket prices are $30 a head, and all proceeds will be going to the Barrie Food Bank. Now, not all projects are smooth sailing. We always have challenges that we have to overcome, but in Toastmasters, we gather the tools by practicing in the Toastmasters environment so that we become better outside of that environment to tackle the challenges face on and make them become successes. So we had a few, and I'm just going to share a few with you. The first one was we had picked the date, November 25th. We thought that was so cool, 1 month before Christmas. Everybody will remember it. Not one venue was available in all of downtown Barrie, because we wanted to keep it within our community here in Barrie as a host, because it's bigger than Aurelia. So instead of going with the date, we said, okay, if we could choose our venue, which venue would it be? And we decided it would be the Mady Center for the Performing Arts right here on Dunlop Street. So I called the Mady Center, and I used my negotiation skills to find out what night they were available that would work for us, and we were able to successfully get that theater on December 8th. Our second challenge was our budget. We didn't want to make the event too expensive that people didn't want to come. So we had, and we wanted to make sure that we were giving money to charity at the end of the event. So we had set our ticket prices at $25 a head, which I think is pretty reasonable for a duo act. But it became pretty clear to us that our budget was way too tight, that if we didn't sell out, we weren't going to have any money for the charity. So we had to up the ticket price to $30, but we were able to add in a little bit of a bar snack food area into the event so that there was still value in the ticket. Our third challenge was the venue wanted our charity to sign the contract for the venue. And obviously the charity didn't want to do that because it made them the licensee or the person responsible. So I had to, again, use my negotiating skills and my work skills because I know contracts very well. So I read the contract and I said, I'll sign the contract, but if we can put a little clause on the end that says that the Barrie Food Bank is going to receive all the proceeds, will you still give us the non-for-profit price at the theater? And because of my negotiation, they did, and we will, at the end of the event, be giving a check to the Barrie Food Bank for at least $500, should all go well. So in conclusion, I would like to invite all of you to our event December 8th at Musi at the Mady Center for the Performing Arts. Please join us.